And this is where Don and Sue go out for a pleasant evening.
We are live on whatever we're on, Zoom, that's what it's called now. Because we're not face to face, because the world is in peril. Yeah. I'm Kosta, by the way.
Hi, I'm Darcy. Oh, my voice sounds sexier through Zoom, I think.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think you sound stupid no matter how you speak. So.
Oh, that's awful. You know, we could be the last two people on the world. Us and Connor.
Yay!
We wouldn't even know.
Here, guys.
I'm here.
Yeah, so this is Lucha Pod, and we're doing it through this technological world that we're in.
Lockdown pod.
Lockdown. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's the name of this episode, Connor. Write that down.
Writing it down now.
Episode 3, Lockdown Pod. Is that insensitive? No, I think it's fine. People know. You got to have a sense of humour sometimes.
Yeah, we need it.
But yeah, so we're all locked down. We can't get together and do podcasting. So we thought we'll do one like this and see what happens. How are you guys? How's your health?
All right. Yeah. I'm just like, I feel tired, but I haven't really done anything. You know, you're stuck inside and you sort of don't know what time of day it is. You kind of have to have a look out the window and then you think, oh, it's still bright outside. I guess it's early. It's probably too early for this glass of wine I'm drinking. And you just kind of get on with it, really. But I'm all right.
It's a Wednesday.
Well, I don't know what day it is. I've no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Out the part where I said her real name there. Yeah, I
Bleep it out.
It's weird right now. It's like, so for me, I'm working from home. Like, I have a office job which I can do from home, but I am doing it, but it's harder to get motivated to actually do it when you're in your home because there's way more distractions. Like, they launched Disney Plus yesterday, which that invaded my life. Like, I knew there was going to be loads of different stuff on there, but I didn't realize just how, like, they've got the Fox series of Spider-Man that I used to watch as a kid on Fox Kids, and I'm currently loving that. They've got like Smart Guy. Did you ever used to watch Smart Guy?
Yeah, that was. Oh, see, don't try and sell me it because I've tried to have some self-control and not download it and not get it because I know, like, that's it. I'm done. Like, I'm never coming out of lockdown.
Right. Honestly, it's the best investment I've ever made.
Oh, it's proper nostalgia city, I'm sure.
It's so good. Like, it's so hard as well because there's literally so much on there that I want to watch, but I just didn't know where to start. So I think I just ended up pressing X on like one of the first things I saw, which was Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, I'm into that.
Should we at Disney and ask them to sponsor us because we're plugging them pretty heavily right now?
We are plugging them very heavily.
They probably don't need it at the moment.
I feel like if anyone doesn't need a sponsorship from us, it's Disney. I feel like that young upstart company they're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think they might make it through the impending recession.
Yeah, well, I you know what? So okay, conspiracy theory time.
Oh, already? What are we 4 minutes in? Go on, I'm ready.
Fuck it. I had this thought popped into my head the other day because Disney are a giant global conglomerate, which is a big word, by the way. Yeah, I've got big words in the vocab. Most
people read novels. You read the dictionary when you're in lockdown.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't reading. But yeah, so Disney launched Disney Plus. I think it was already launched elsewhere, wasn't it? It was just the UK that got it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then there's probably not much in this conspiracy theory then, but I think there's a little bit in it. Just that Disney are a giant global conglomerate, and it just so happens that like a couple of days after the whole United Kingdom is locked down in their homes, they launch their huge product that you can watch from the comfort of your home all the time. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Maybe. I think they would have done okay regardless.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have, but I would assume that they've probably done a little better now, considering a lot of people are stuck indoors. But then again, it could have had the opposite effect, because obviously a lot of people are going to be struggling for money now. So,
I mean, really, I launched my business last week. Maybe I had something to do with it. I don't.
No, you're not clever enough.
I'm really not. I'm not.
You're
I
absolutely
haven't put
not.
clothes on for 3 days. I couldn't organise that. No way.
Have a shower for fuck's sake. Have some self-respect.
Yeah, but I'm washing. The important bits. But I'm not going outside. So.
Are you washing your hands?
Oh my God, several times a day.
Yeah, that's an important.
That's the most important thing.
Washing your hands. But yeah, the world's a little fucked up right now. We're all stuck indoors. But
sun's shining though.
The sun is shining. We're all
nice to look out at from the window.
Yeah. Have you ventured out at all?
I did a pharmacy run because I'm doing some pharmacy runs for some elderly people in the area. So I've done some of them and just general food shopping and then post office. But apart from that, no. I don't need to go out. I don't like people really. So,
see, I'm all right during the week. Like working from home, like I said, it's a bit more distracting, but I do enjoy it because I can just kind of lounge about a lot. But the weekend was difficult, like not being able to go out.
You don't get your respite.
Well, exactly. But like you're in that group chat with me.
God, which one?
Yeah, to be fair, I'm becoming confused because there's like about 20 group chats now. But like the original group chat that we have, which features a good few of us from Lucha. And yeah, it was just weird. Everyone was just like, what do? We can't go out. We want to go out. So we ended up just all on a group video call. And during, like Friday night, I was slaughtered. Like it's the first time.
God, I think we all were really.
Well, it's the first time I've ever drank like completely on my own in my home because I've never liked drinking alone. I think it's just a bit pathetic, if I'm honest. Like it's just, I'm not that. It's not for me. But that was the first time I did it because I just really wanted to go out, but because we were all on video chat, I was like,
it did feel like we were out a little bit though, didn't it? Because we wanted to drink and we hadn't actually seen each other in ages, so it did kind of feel like we were out.
Yeah, well, I felt like I was out because I was completely hammered by the end of that. And then I ended up doing the first of many live Instagram videos with
you and Malik.
Well, me and Malik have done a few now, but I've also completed the cost set. I did.
You did Kip. So you did Kip.
Yeah, because so the reason for that was because I just said, oh, maybe we could do this more often. We could do like a cost cast on Instagram Live,
nice.
And I'll get the other cost boys involved. And Malik called me out and said, Kip will air your call. So I'm not having that. I messaged Kip, and sure enough, he did not air me because we're boys. And we did our own video, live Instagram video, and Malik was incredibly annoyed about this, that he couldn't get involved in it. And
he just doesn't like being left out, does he, Malik?
Well, it was that, and he also didn't like being proved wrong. But also, what made it the icing on the cake was Jimmy Havoc was also present during because he lives with Kip.
Yeah.
So he appeared in Kip's side of the video, and Malik said, "Oh, Jimmy, why don't me and you do a video?" And Jimmy just said, "Yeah, no, I've got better things to do, like go make a cup of tea."
Oh.
So that just made my day. And then the next day, I completed this. Sorry, I didn't complete the set yet. I got Big G the next day. Our bear in hibernation.
Don't talk about Big G. Not since the spear incident.
Oh, are you still in pain from the spear incident? That was
emotionally. Look, it takes a while to get over something like that.
Actually, no, he speared you at Project W last year as well.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a reoccurring nightmare, but it turns out it's real.
No, every time he comes back, he just spears you. That's like a recurring thing.
Wait, I'm going to try and spear him the next time.
I feel like that wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, it's what happens when you're in isolation. You think of all these crazy things that you think you can do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, either way, Big G appeared on the Instagram live with me for a bit, and then I did another one with Callum, and thus completed the Kosta set.
Yeah, very good. What are you going to do now then?
Find other friends, I guess.
You have
We could do like, yeah. Oh, Connor, straight in there.
Connor. You know what? Right, that was so predictable. I felt it coming through the energy of my headphones. I felt it, and you went there. And you know what? That's fine. It's fine. You're just jealous.
I mean, friend or not, people are so bored right now. They'll probably just do it anyway.
Exactly. That's it. I'm prying on people's boredom.
Swoop in and save the day.
That's it.
Have you watched any wrestling recently? Because a lot of promotions have put free matches up, so that's quite cool.
They have.
I'd never before seen stuff.
To be fair, I'll be honest, I haven't watched much since last week. The last thing I saw was a show that I was actually a part of, which was probably one of the last shows to actually happen, which was...
Hang on a sec.
Yo.
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm talking about No Fans Monday. I would
like everyone to raise their drink and take the first sip of this podcast as Kosta takes us.
You need an excuse to drink. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, yes, No Fans Monday. Let's talk about that. That was fun.
Yeah, did you watch?
I did.
How great was my commentary? Now I'm talking about me.
Joe, I think you actually did really well. I can't. I really wanted to as well. I was like, I really want to rib him if he messes up. But you did a really good job.
I was awesome. But no, on a serious note, the whole show was really good. So, like, obviously, I was there for the show, which I can, if you want, I can give a little insight to in a bit. But what did you think of the show as someone who watched it? I was first of all, but when I heard it was announced and saw like all the huge names on there, I was very intrigued as to how it would happen. Because we've all seen like empty arena matches and stuff, and they've got a different vibe. But a whole show of no fans, has that been done before? I'm not sure of it. By that point, it had been, because SmackDown did it on the Friday before.
Right.
No Fans Monday, but we announced it first, so there.
So you win.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I was a little bit, I don't know, not. I didn't know how it was going to go down, and then as soon as the first match started, that was OJ Mo and Paul Robinson, wasn't it? The first match.
Yep, correct.
I mean, them two are just brilliant anyway, and that was a great first match. And as the matches went on, it became its own show, really, and like its own style, and I've really, really enjoyed it. Some of those matches as well were insane.
Yeah, no, they were
absolutely insane.
So for me, obviously, like I said, I was there and had a lot to do with it. So Will had actually messaged me. Well, he put that tweet out first to say about the idea of doing a no fans show, which I think was at first was a bit of a joke, but then it's Will, so it's also not a joke. It's like, if we can make it happen, let's make it happen. And then he got in touch with the guys at Wrestle Talk, because they had originally booked that venue for a Wrestle Talk showcase show that day, which would have featured matches from WrestleGate, Frontline, NGW, more. I forget. I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, there was more promotions that were involved as well. So the venue was already booked. So he got in touch with them, and because obviously Will didn't really have an idea of how to live stream it so people could watch it, and then they worked everything out, and then they got in touch with everybody, and next thing you know, it was happening, and it was just, honestly, we got there on the day, and this is what sort of did it for me, was we were like doing setup and everything and running through stuff, and all of a sudden I was stood there with Will, and I think Paul Robinson was next to me, and Alex Shane was next to me as well. Like, the four of us sort of stood there chatting, and then all of a sudden we saw pyro going off on the stage, and Will and Paul just had to do a double take, and so did I. And then we looked at Alex and we were like, "We have pyro?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was going to be here anyway for the Wrestle Talk show." And then we were just like, I was in hysterics. I was like, "That's amazing. We have pyro on a show where there are no fans."
But then you think
I've been on shows where there are loads of fans and there's no pyro, but this, it was just crazy, and it was awesome.
You got to think, because there is no fans. All the fans were watching online, and there was bloody thousands of them as well. So it really added to it, because obviously otherwise all you see is emptiness around the ring. So I thought it was really good, actually, that they had something like that.
It was really strange. So, like, being on commentary for it at first, when the show first started, it was really odd, because it's like there's no atmosphere. It's like really quiet, and it's like me, Alex, and Ollie, who were on commentary. We were kind of setting the atmosphere a little bit at the start with what was happening, and then match one started, and it probably wasn't until, I'd say, a couple of minutes into that first match, you start to forget that there's no fans there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a credit to the guys wrestling. Like Robbo and Ojmo did a really great job of being that first match and just delivering a really good match, which made you forget there was no one in attendance. And then every match that followed it just did the same thing. And I honestly, top to bottom, I thought that whole card was great.
I felt like I was watching just something on a network or something, or a pivot share. I forgot that it was live. And a few times I paused to go to the toilet or get a drink or something, and I realised I couldn't really pause it. And I was like, bloody hell, I forget this is live. Everyone is filming this, they're doing the commentary, and everything's live. And it was, just reminded me of how amazing that was, really.
Yeah, like hats off to like all the wrestlers and all of the tech people from like wrestling, and everyone involved. Because honestly, there was a few really minor like blips, I guess, but nothing huge. But yeah, considering it was put together on 4 days' notice as well, and the way the world has been like the past few, I guess, months now, whatever it's been. It was really cool. It was just an awesome show to be a part of.
And we couldn't do that now. So you think that was a week ago?
Yeah.
Just over a week ago. And now, if that was 1 week later, that would have to be cancelled.
Exactly. Well, literally that night, the idea was that if this went well, we could potentially do it every week. But then, sure enough, we realised, okay, we're probably not going to be able to do that now. But at least we managed to get one in, and everyone got a decent wage out of it as well. Thanks to all of the fans and everyone who donated and bought the T-shirts as well. And to be fair, it was
T-shirts
crazy.
Sold out, didn't they?
Yeah, they sold out.
Incredible.
While we were live, I think they sold out.
I think it was even before it was halfway through the show. I heard one of you say the T-shirt sold out, and I was like, blimey, that's incredible.
Yeah, we sold out during the show. And then also I remember at one point, it was crazy for me because I'm sat at the commentary desk, and to the left of me was Ollie, and he had on his screen like all of the stats of the YouTube live feed, and I could see like the amount of viewers that we would currently have, and then next to it, so by the end of it, it was crazy. Like I think the most we had watching live at one time, I think it was maybe 12,000, something like that, at one time watching. I could be wrong. Don't. It was around the 10,000 mark for sure.
And you think about how many thousands have watched it since then.
Yeah, well, this was the crazy thing. Just that night alone, the amount of people who had like gone in and out of watching that video was over 100,000. And now, like, I looked a couple of days ago, and it was up over 168,000 views. So
that in a weird way, insane.
What's insane about this is, and I think I said this to Malik like a couple of days before, because I kind of knew that it would get a lot of views because the Wrestle Talk YouTube page is very popular, and all of their videos get huge amounts of views. And I said to Malik, like, there's going to be no fans there, but I think the phrase I used was, for most people, this will be the lowest attendance they've ever had for a show, but it's weirdly the biggest show they've ever done.
So how was the vibe there then? Because obviously you guys were just doing your job, and you didn't know how many people were tuning in or involved until you were told ever so often. Well, and then the wrestlers, like you say, they were performing to an empty arena with absolutely no idea how many people were watching.
No,
so how was that?
I think I kind of knew, because obviously I was sat next to Ollie and he had all the stats on his thing. So every once in a while I'd sort of peer over and I could see how many were watching. And I think the wrestlers, actually did know, because they had a screen backstage where they were watching the show through the live feed as well. So they could see like when you're watching a live YouTube video, you can actually see how many people are watching with you. So I think they knew that. But yeah, it was just craziness. Like, yeah, just everyone went out there and gave it their all, despite how many people, whether it was like 5 people watching it or the thousands that we ended up having watch it, everyone was there to like just have a good time.
God, imagine like being backstage. You know, it's like no fans will see, and then you see the stats go up every match, and you know that you're going to go out, and you think, God, well, I know that 10,000 people are going to be watching this, but I'm going to get out there, and there's no one there. I can't comprehend that. That must be incredible.
Yeah, it really was. It was a great show. But yeah,
what was your favourite match? It's a hard one because they were all quite different as well.
Every match on that card I enjoyed. I think obviously the best match really was probably B and Will. Mills and Carl Fletcher had an incredible match as well.
God, yeah, they went at it.
For me personally, I think the match I just enjoyed the most was probably David Starr and Callum.
I've watched that 3 times now. Yeah, I loved it. There was so much going on in there and loads of story. And some people as well, because I know because it was obviously internationally broadcast, a lot of people hadn't seen Callum before.
Yeah, cool.
And I think, I mean, we love Callum anyway, he's our boy, so anything to get him out there where he deserves to be is good. But yeah, a friend of mine's from America, and they were like, "Oh, who's this Callum Newman?" I was like, "Oh, well, he actually goes to our school." So, but they'd never heard of him, and they were like really impressed. So,
yeah, Callum did a great job. David Starr, obviously one of the best wrestlers on the independent scene right now, and they put on an amazing match. And yeah, like I keep saying, honestly, that whole show was just awesome and great to be around. And everyone left happy, and everyone got a good payday out of it. The fans all enjoyed it, and get brought a little bit of joy during a difficult time in the global universe.
I did message B after a match and said, I wish I could beat the fuck out of Kelly Six like you did to Will. I'm not condoning domestic violence.
Wow, that took a dark turn.
No, just because like intergender matches aren't, if they're on a show, they're not really main event. And B and Will are 2 of the best wrestlers in the world.
They beat the shit out of
it. They really did, and you just
Do you want to become the next Will Ospreay, the next Cara Noir, or even the next Nina Samuels? Then you need to get yourself down to the London School of Lucha Libre, open 3 days a week. Monday and Wednesday open to all levels, from beginners to intermediates to pros, with Tuesdays strictly advanced and pros. All classes are open from 7:30pm till 10:30pm and are just £10. So get yourself down to the famous Resistance Gallery and be trained by the legendary Greg Burridge, where you can become the future star of Brit Rest today.
So yeah, you just probably would have heard there that advert for the London School of Lucha Libre. Yeah, you should come down and check it out once all of this stuff is over. Unfortunately, it is currently closed because of the coronavirus situation that's ruining the world. But once it's all done, come down and check out great lucha things.
I mean, if you can survive the coronavirus, you can survive the Rascal very easily. Well, or the other way around, really. If you can survive the Rascal, you can survive coronavirus.
If you can survive the Resgal, you can survive anything. That's my rule.
Yeah, Resgal teaches you to wash your hands, really, doesn't it?
It does. But no, honestly, yeah. Once all this stuff's done, if you want to, learn how to be a luchador, a wrestler, a sports entertainer, whatever you want to call it, that's the place to be. I tell you what,
and also tech and things like that, and hosting and everything.
I mean, they teach everything down at Lucha. But I mean, while we're on the subject of putting stuff over and cheap plugs, how about a little bit of love for our ruthless and not ruthless, that's the wrong word. Fearless, that's the one I was looking for. Our fearless leader, Mr. Greg Burridge.
Connor, go ahead and put a little cheer thing in there.
Noted.
Yeah. Let me say his name again. I'm going to say his name again, and right here is where you put in a little audio of "yay" from people. Okay, you ready?
Will do.
Let's show some love. Fearless leader, Mr. Greg Burridge. Excellent. So Greg, obviously, where the school is shut, it's affecting everybody, and Greg a lot as well, because the school is a lot of Greg's income. So Greg is doing some really cool stuff at the moment to, obviously try to make some money as well, but also to help all of the trainees, and doesn't want people to stop learning. So Greg, I don't know how often he's doing these. I think is it every week or every few days, something like that?
I think it's as and when, really. I think he had a Patreon, but he's not doing that anymore. I don't think.
I think he had some issues with the Patreon that he set up. So now it's basically just, from my understanding, and I'm going to try and do a podcast with Greg while this is happening as well.
Yeah.
But he's doing a lot of stuff. I think he's doing his own podcast as well, which is good. But he's also doing these videos, which he's going to post up as and when, along with a PayPal account, which you don't have to, put money into to watch the videos and learn from Greg. But, anything you can put towards it would be great, because obviously it's, we all know that everyone's struggling right now financially, but, whatever we can give and help.
And Greg has so much knowledge from everything.
Yeah, like the latest video he put up was uppercuts and forearm demonstrations, and he literally just beat up his arm against the wall just to teach us all the ways. So yeah, if you want to go and watch them and check them out, you just basically find Greg or any of the London School Lucha Libre pages on social media, which there'll be links for on all of this, thanks to Connor. And you can, if you want to put some money towards any of that, you can send Greg some money via PayPal, which is Burridge, BURRIDGE, and then 81@gmail.com. Connor, put that in the link below.
Will do.
And also, if the world turns south and it does become the apocalypse, you're going to learn everything you need to know to fend off zombies and other humans. So
yeah, to be fair,
learning.
To be fair, if anybody is going to be able to teach you how to fight a zombie in wrestling, it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm going straight to Burridge's house if this turns to shit. Really,
well, I just mean, if it there's some great wrestling trainers out there. I take nothing away from any of them, but if the world's coming to an end and there's going to be a zombie apocalypse, the one wrestling trainer that I won't have in my back is Greg Burridge.
100%.
He's been prepared for zombies most of his life.
I think he secretly wants it to happen.
Nah. I think the only part of him that maybe wants it to happen is the filmmaker in him, because he'd whip his camcorder out. And
he would
like, right,
try and get all the angles.
I'm going to record myself kicking the shit out of some zombies.
Just on that as well, there are some limited edition Keep Calm and Lucha On t-shirts, and they. So half the price of that goes towards the upkeep of the Rasgal. So obviously the Rasgal's empty, but it still needs to be looked after. And you can get them at onthegear.co.uk. And we are actually shipping out a load of them tomorrow.
Who runs On The Gear?
Oh, well, I think it's a lovely person called Darcy Stone who runs that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And
so,
what else can they find On The Gear?
Well, do you know what? Just because if you're listening, when is this going up?
Probably not for another day or two, something like that.
Cool. Then I can say this.
Say that. I've guessed that because it's up to Connor, really.
I'd say Friday, probably.
Friday. Okay. All right. Hello, Friday, future listeners. So you can also find at onthegear.co.uk some very exclusive Cos Industries t-shirts.
Oh, boom.
They are sick as well. They're really great. And also some the first ever t-shirt design from Callum Newman, the Prince of Pace.
Oof.
There and there. We've got we've got Santeria from Lucha Britannia. We've got loads of people, loads. And we're going to add a whole load more. So anyone who wants to buy any t-shirts, go to there. And if you also want your t-shirts on there, we don't charge any fee to put them on. So
can't say fairer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really hate plugging it, but yeah. If you
but you got to plug your stuff. We'll try and create an advert for you.
Terrible at business.
Advertising on here. But yeah, no. If any fans or even trainees or wrestlers who are watching, support each other, buy merch, and do what we can to help each other through this horrible, horrible time that we're in right now.
Indeed, good.
Yeah, cool. So go on. No, you go first.
I was just going to say, well, what would you like to talk about? Really, I was going to talk about family-friendly wrestling, but maybe we can do that a bit later.
Oh, we can talk about family-friendly wrestling. Funnily enough, so I actually put out a little thing on the socials about an hour ago or so, something like that, just to see what other people would like to talk about. And young Mark Rowe of the New Blood wants to hear our thoughts on family-friendly wrestling anyway.
Oh, well, hello, Mark Rowe.
Yeah, he's also asked us for Triple L predictions and opinions on the Empty Arena. Well, we've already spoken about the No Fans Monday, and this isn't a WWE podcast, so I'm not going to put them over too much. They have their own platforms for that.
Yeah. They've got a lot of platforms for that.
Yeah, they have far too many platforms, if anything. But so family friendly. What do you want to speak of?
I've got the match card in front of me, and I was
there.
Oh.
I was doing commentary live. Live.
And I've just realised as well, actually, this match card is not accurate because obviously with everything going on, there had to be some amendments.
I'll be honest with you, I can't remember the full card because it was like, when was it? It was a week and a half ago now.
Week and a half, yeah. The 15th.
I can remember some. So okay, what do I remember? This is.
Should I go through what I've got in front of me, and you can tell me what happened?
Sure.
So number one, I had, and these probably aren't accurate. I had Buffalo Soldier versus Eros Diablo.
No, that did not happen.
That didn't happen. No, I do want to see that though. Okay.
So Eros Diablo was in a Lucha Chaos match, which was a decent Chaos match that featured. Okay, now I'm going to really struggle. Okay, I'm not going to go through them because I honestly can't remember everyone who was in it. I remember.
That's fine. Everyone just shout your name if you're in it.
I'm sorry if I forget anybody, but I know Rebel Kinney was in there as well, and Anarcho Montana.
L.A. White.
L.A. White.
L.A. White.
David Reckham, he was in there as well.
Cool.
I think it was only 5. But yeah, that was a good little opener. What was next? Connor, chip in if you remember. Feel free, because you were there.
Well, what was next was myself and Phil debuting as the tag team.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow. That was a great segue. There we go. Seamless. I'm really proud of that. I didn't even
So, yeah, with the other podcast. Go on.
Sorry, what happened there?
I was going to say, when we did the last podcast I did for Lucha Pod, you had just left Brothers of Seduction.
Yes.
So tagging with Phil.
Tagging with Phil. I actually finally found someone I can actually get on with.
Yeah. How's that going? How's the vibe?
The vibe's great. I mean, it's amazing not to be thrown to the wolves at the end of every show.
I don't know, though.
Who was it you tagged against again? It was Tengu's boys, right?
Yes. Kuruma. I can't remember his name.
QB.
QB and
Akuma.
Yeah, that was it. I do remember that because it reminded me of Kuma, the bear from Tekken.
Oh, I kept singing Akuma.
Yeah. How did you feel about how your match went, mate?
The match went great. I mean, we got the win, so that's all you can get. All that matters, really, isn't it?
How did you get the win?
A special new move that is currently unnamed, which involves a neck breaker and a super kick together.
Oh, it's a little tag team move.
It is a little tag team move.
Can you just keep it as unnamed?
We can. I mean, I think Phil might have a problem with that, but we can try it.
I can't imagine Phil having a problem with anything.
So chilled out.
Collected guy.
Yeah.
Oh, big love to Phil.
Anyway, listen, let's
listen,
podcast.
Oh, mate. Anyway, match 3 was, I believe, Callum versus Darian.
Yes.
Oh, Darian's last match before he was swept back away to the USA.
Yeah, so Darian, member of the New Blood, or Anthony Ogogo Jr., as Anthony Ogogo calls him.
Oh, he is, though.
They do. He does look like a mini-me of Anthony Ogogo. They got the same haircut and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
I was genuinely shocked that they didn't do a quick little gimmick or something there, but, you know. But yeah, he had his last match at Lucha before having to go back to America against the Prince of Pace, little brother Callum, and yeah, they put on a pretty good match, beat the shit out of each other, and Callum picked up the win, which meant that it was a loser leaves Lucha match, and
that's why he had to go to America.
Yeah, because Callum.
It was Callum's fault.
Yeah, it's all okay. Everything is always Callum's fault.
God, he's so many life lessons to learn.
Yep. But he was nice enough to say some nice things about him on the microphone after he beat him. So
maybe he's been humbled.
Well, potentially. I doubt it though. But yeah. So that was that. What else was there? Can't remember. Oh yes. Okay. I can't believe that I actually just remembered all 3 of the next matches. Cool. So I don't know if this is in order, but I'm pretty certain the next match was Big Beefy Boris, as I now call him.
Big old Boris, yeah.
Known to some as Boris Steele, known now to all as Big Beefy Boris. He was meant to take on one Hombre del Roca. However, Hombre, being the smart man that he is, no-showed the show because Boris is a mountain of a man, and why on earth would you set yourself up for failure?
Yeah, exactly.
But, Tengu isn't as smart, so Tengu showed up instead. And, he got pretty much flattened by Boris. And, so this is the thing, right? This is what sets Boris apart from everyone else to me. As much as, he's still failing you and he's still got a lot to learn. But, the whole thing about you have to be a big dude in wrestling to get anything, that's not true anymore. Anyone, if talent comes above everything. But the thing that it's one of the things that Greg always says, right? He wants wrestlers to look like action figures, right? And Boris just looks like an action figure. And when you first see him, you can't help but just go, well, fuck.
He is. Well, actually,
he's a big boy.
I remember one time he did like a pin. We were doing some sort of training. We were doing like a pin drill where everyone gets in pin and stuff, and you have to kick out of them. And he pinned me, and I legit it was like a sheep pin, and it wasn't because he meant to do it as a sheep pin, but he's just
heavy.
He's just a unit, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He came out, and his music hit, and the moment he walked into Vision, there was a certain couple of other wrestlers sat on the stage while we were doing commentary. One's by the name of Will Ospreay and B. Priestley, and Boris appeared from out of the shadows of the stairs, and the moment Will saw him, Will just looked at me with his mouth wide open and just went, "Who is that?"
Oh my god, I can totally imagine that as well.
And yeah, it was honestly and to be fair, it was a very fun and entertaining match for me. Was it my favorite? I think it was my favorite. It wasn't the best match on the card, but it was probably my favorite. It was the one I probably enjoyed the most. Then Boris picked up the DQ win after the Tengu's boys ran interference, but Boris smashed them afterwards. Boris smash, big beefy Boris.
Amazing.
And then what else did we have? We had Bowman took on young upstart Ted Sabin.
Oh, Ted. I've been waiting to see him at Lucha, to be honest.
Yeah, so for me...
He's a good guy.
So for me, as much as I think Boris's match with Tengu was my favourite match, this one was probably the best match of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bowman and Ted had a really good match with some really funny little moments in there as well. There was a little cheeky wink to one aerial assassin sat on stage when Ted hit an Oz cutter on the Bowman.
Oh no!
And only got a 2 count on said Oz cutter as well. So
oh God, what? Let's not talk about Will's reaction to that one.
Yeah, no, he wasn't too pleased, but it was a great match. It was just a lot of fun, and Ted did very well. It's his first match in Lucha, I believe. Very, very.
I'm excited with Ted because Callum. Everyone used to say that Callum was a mini Osprey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely made his own thing, but I think Ted's now like a mini Callum.
Potentially, but I think how old is Ted?
14?
I don't know.
I think he's 14.
No, I'm sure he's older. Isn't he? I don't know, but he's tiny.
Is it inappropriate to stalk a minor on Facebook to find out how old they are?
I've been
because I'm doing it.
So you're already doing it. It's for research purposes, so it's fine.
It is.
But yeah, no, Ted did great in that match, and Bowman did a very good job of giving him a great first match. And Bowman's probably one of the most underrated wrestlers we've got at Lucha. I would go out on a limb to say.
He is very underrated.
Very
Ted. Ted was born in 2003.
So he's only a year younger than Callum then.
Yeah.
Which would mean he's 16.
Gosh, what's with all these young people?
Dunno. Me and these young
so
people,
bitter. Man. You're younger. I think everyone's younger than me, to be fair.
Yeah. That's it. That's why I feel young.
Right, what else is on the card?
And then, it was the main event, which was Evan Lee United, the team of Evan Lee himself, Danny Reckham, and the return of one Harry Payne from his...
Oh, is he back?
Was it a knee injury or a leg injury? Or
he dislocated his knee about 3 shows ago.
So he made his return, and they faced the New Blood, but obviously Darian was not in that match because he wrestled Callum Newman. So Keenan and Mark had to find a replacement partner in the form of Tarquin.
Ooh. How did that go down?
Yep.
How did that go down?
What was that?
I said, how did that go down?
So that was a very entertaining match. I did come up with a new team name for Tarquin and the New Blood, though.
Go on.
Oh, we lost him.
Hello?
Oh, no.
He's back.
I think we keep cutting out.
Should we restart the call?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can keep going.
Yeah.
Let's go from the New Blood thing. How are we leading in?
You can just you did come up with a new name.
Okay. So I actually came up with a new name for the New Blood now that they have... I don't know if it's a one-off team. I assume it is, but for that one time they teamed, they are now the Old Blood.
Just because Tarquin's joined them.
Yeah, because he's like, 103?
I don't think he'd be very happy with that.
Well, he wasn't. Everyone was chanting Uncle Tarquin.
uncle type. Oh my god, that sounds a little bit creepy.
Well, I think it's because I said he's like the awkward uncle at who's trying to hang out with the young kids.
Oh, he is though. He is. Especially since with Clementine and stuff, then he's tried to be a bit more fun.
Yeah, we also saw Orange Tarquin at one of the Lucha League shows of late.
That was my favourite thing.
Impersonation of Orange Cassidy. However, I have it on good authority that, well, I'm not going to give anything away, obviously, but Tarquin has a little special surprise in store for whenever the London Lucha League returns.
Oh.
Yeah. So
top secret.
I have my connections, and Tarquin let me in on a little secret.
Everyone, take a drink.
Yeah, keep drinking. It's fine. You'll be hammered in about 5 minutes.
Connor, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Pepsi.
I'll let you off.
That was the family-friendly show. I thought overall it was considered. There wasn't that many people there watching because of the whole thing that's going on. I kind of assumed.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what? I always find that a lot of the time, whenever you've got a smaller crowd, that tends to end up being one of your better shows, and it really was. It was a very good show, top to bottom, and I thought everyone did a great job.
Yeah, well done to everyone who was able to participate, and to people who actually were able to come down, because that was sort of the start of the outbreak, wasn't it? So, or the lockdown scenario.
Yeah, it was great.
Do you want to talk about the Triple L predictions? Maybe.
Yeah. Mate, it's so long ago now. I'm trying to remember.
I know.
So it was Rasheen and Clementine.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the thing.
Clementine won, and so she's still the champ. Oh, that was it. It was meant to be Clementine versus Anarco at the next show, but obviously that show has been postponed due to current events. So,
what do you think would have happened there?
I think Clementine would have retained.
See, I do as well, and I'm a big fan of Anarco, but Clementine's just on a roll.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they would have had a really good match, but I think the way that Clementine has been lately, it would have been strange for her to lose the belt this early. So I think she would have definitely retained, and it would have, but you never know. We might still get the match, and I could be proved wrong, and then Anarco could pinch it. But that's my prediction on that. If that happens, if not, I also predict that something interesting could be happening at Triple L in the near future.
Why do I feel like this is a hint to yourself?
Me? No. I'm retired.
I know you don't. You're not keen on getting back. What would make you get back?
Not that. It's nothing that I'm not keen. It's just I did. We did that whole series last year, and it was like, okay, cool. So now it's time for me.
What, when you lost?
Back. Yeah, I did lose. I lost the title in that triple threat match. But it was
stop being gracious. Stop being a gracious loser.
Well, I lost fair and square. It hurts, won't lie, but it is what it is.
Yeah, let's talk more about that.
No. No one to hear about my feelings.
You're right. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. But no, for me, it was just a case of I've done the biggest thing I can probably do here. So let's step aside and give other people a chance. And since I've done that now, it's been awesome. Clementine has literally taken the ball and ran with it. Callum was on a roll for a while as well. He's still on that roll, but he's making waves outside of Lucha as well now. And yeah, there's so much great talent, But having said that, never say never. Kosta K might just dust off them old boots and make his way down to the Resgal and kick some ass. But it would all depend. It depends on the situation and who is most deserving of a smack in the face from.
I thought you were going to say who's most deserving. Well, actually, I'm still keen on having a rematch.
What, with me?
Not for the belt, but just for pride reasons. Yeah.
Nah, I've beaten you already. What do I need to wrestle you for?
Because I'm going to come back bigger, well, fatter, probably. Not muscle.
You keep drinking like that, you're going to end up a little bit bigger.
It's more the food when you're just stuck at home. You're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to eat. But yeah, it would be nice to have a fair fight, I think. Although saying that, there's so many new people at Lucha that I'd love to wrestle.
Yeah? Okay, well, here you go. Now, little game here. Who, when you come back, who do you most want to wrestle?
I would gladly take on anyone from the Young Blood.
Right.
Just because they haven't been on the shows that long, but everything I've seen them do has been great, and I'm like, yeah, I want to take them on. I'd like to have some kind of match with Jackson Roses, even though we know how I feel about him. But I don't really want him bringing in Boris. I could probably take him, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't see that going well for you.
Yeah. I could, yeah. And obviously, me and Phil have had some run-ins, so if he's now tagging with you, Connor, maybe I need to find... Yeah, maybe I need to find a tag partner.
Who would you tag with against Connor and Phil?
See, telling you would give it away. But okay. if I could bring back a certain, I don't know, sparkly neon type of person.
Costa?
Totally. That's exactly
Costa in sequence?
I am the sparkliest of humans.
Yeah, if I could maybe get someone like that to tag with me, then yeah, I'd be up for that for sure.
Well, good luck with that one, Connor, because if that happens, you're 100% not winning that match.
Oh, we stand a chance.
Nah, we're going to twerk you to death.
Nah, Cassius don't do losing.
Well, I'll just do what you did, Costa, and just target the leg against one.
Good shout.
What?
Yeah, just target the leg.
No, listen. Okay, my leg will be bionic. Necessary. It's the scar tissue is stronger. Okay, so your theory doesn't work unless you go for the other leg.
Well, either way, we're a long way off from that because not only are you still hurt, but there's also a lot of other things preventing
more important things going on. Yeah,
but we'll see. You never know.
Costa, if you came back to Triple L, who would you target? Who are your eyes on?
I mean, I don't know who I would target, but like when I look around at who we've got right now, people who I would who I think I could have really good matches with and would particularly like to work with. Yeah, I think the New Blood for me as well, particularly Mark Rowe. I think I could have a really good match with Mark.
Yeah.
I'd just beat the shit out of him for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then that'd be that.
I don't know. I think he'd give you a run for your money.
I'm sure he would, but he can run. But once I catch him and slow him down, then he's in trouble. That's usually how it goes. But anyway, yeah, Mark would be a good one. You know what? So I pitched this to this person a while ago, and I'm still waiting to hear back from his people. But I'm pretty certain, there's something in the pipeline here for potential in the possible near future. But as many people may have seen recently, Costa has done his little bit of outside of the ring roles in wrestling, like commentary. But I've also dipped my toe in the managing role up at WrestleGate in Nottingham. So I think I would make a great manager for London Lucha League, because at the end of the day, every great football team needs an even better manager. And that's all I'm going to say, That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
Throwing that out there.
Okay, so if whoever's listening, maybe they can suggest matches for both of us, for if you come back and when I come back, and also for Connor, I think, as well. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah, and I want to see Connor wrestle.
Everyone wants to see me.
Oh.
You got left.
That was so mean.
You got left on red by Evan Lee.
Listen, yeah.
Oh.
That's right. I feel fictioned you.
Listen, yeah.
Listen, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I don't think if there's anyone else really. Like, okay, Clementine, obviously, because she has the London Lucha League Championship, and if you're not going for the gold, what are you doing? So,
absolutely, I'd love to face Clementine.
I'd beat the crap out of her. It'd be great, equal opportunities and all that. So something else that has been posted by the people, something they want to know about. I'm not just saying this because me-ish, but basically someone wants to know more about Project W.
Oh, well, I want to know more about Project W as well. So,
well, I don't know what they want to know. I mean, they can know that it's on July 25th. At the Resgal, everything pending. Currently, the plan is that it will still take place, but obviously, if this all keeps going, then we will have to look into making changes and seeing what we can do. But currently, as it stands, the hope is that we should still be able to run, but we'll address that nearer the time as and when. But yeah,
July's quite a long way away, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully the world isn't still in the shit by that point, but
God, yeah, I think we'll be tearing our hair out for you.
Yeah, but the plan is to do Project W from the Resgal on July 25th, and tickets are just £15, which can be bought at the Project W Big Cartel website.
And who is? Give us some names about some people you're featuring on the show.
So we're still in the midst of actually announcing a lot of the talent, like we're announcing them every weekday. Currently, we've only got a few more left to announce, I believe. But so far, we have announced the following. On July 25th at Project W, there will be Sweet Saraya Knight, Mr. Charles Crowley, the Heavy Hitter Malik, the Zebra Kid Roy Knight, the Neon Explosion Cassius, the London Lucha League champion Clementine.
Champentine,
yes. Along with the ever violent one, the Proteus champion of Progress, Paul Robinson.
Wow, that is an incredible lineup.
We're not done yet. There's more. There's the mayor of Funky Town, Bruno Brown. There's the legendary Phoenix, Jody Fleisch. The return from hibernation of one Big G. As well, and then this week alone, we've also announced Mercedes Blaze will be there.
Hey.
The other half of the UK Hooligans, the highlight Zap Night, will be there. And just announced about 2 hours ago today, the Bowman, the Golden Pony himself, will be at Project W on July 25th. So there you go.
Everyone's going to be there.
Everyone's going to be there. It's a hell of a lineup. And there's still, I think, 5 or 6 announcements left to go.
What?
Yeah.
Are you doing a rap battle?
Well, we haven't announced that yet, but I will go ahead and announce now that yes, Mike will be back. I won't be announcing who's in it yet, as we want to leave it as a surprise. Although, actually, I think I did actually say who was in it last night during a live Instagram video with Malik, but only the 6 or 7 people who were watching at the time get to know who that is. So,
see, there you go, guys. You have to tune in to Kosta's live Instagrams if you want to find out all the hot goss from Project W.
There you go. There will be more tidbits of information dropped on those purely because when we're doing those, I tend to lose all sense of what I'm doing, and I just start talking and saying stuff that not that I shouldn't say, but just that I should say for announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get.
I think we're all losing the plot, aren't we?
Oh, for sure. I never thought I'd be doing live Instagram videos with like Malik, but here we are. Anything to kill time. But yeah. Oh, actually, I tell you what, I can reveal one more person who's going to be on the show, because if this isn't going to go out till Friday anyway, this person will be announced by then anyway.
Go on.
So, also at Project W on July 25th is the tag team partner of the Golden Pony, one Bobby Champagne Jr., the other half of the Brothers of Seduction.
Who? Bobby Champagne Jr.
Bobby, big brother Bobby in the house.
Oh, see, I do like them two tagging together.
Well, well, they might not be tagging together, but they're both going to be there.
That might be. I don't think I've seen him. Well, I've seen Bowman wrestle on his own, but I'm not sure I've seen Bobby Champagne Jr. wrestle on his own. So that would be interesting.
I've seen him wrestle on his own in the past, like a long, long time ago. But this is going to be an interesting show. Who are you most excited to see at Project W?
God, I don't know from that list of names.
There's some big hitters on that list right there.
You know, like one of my bucket list matches is with Soraya Knight. So obviously, I'm both equally excited and terrified to see her at Project W. Cassius, my boy. Also, the debut of Mr. Charles Crowley.
Yep.
That'll be very exciting.
I know what the matches are already. Like I've have an inside scoop in that I pick the matches, but yeah, I know what everyone's doing, and 100% you're not going to want to miss the Charles Crowley match in particular, I would say. But actually, you know what, I say that every match on this card is could be a show stealer for different reasons, but I'll say no more because we haven't announced what those matches are yet.
Yeah, well, you just name the talent there. You could put a good match between any one of them. So
there you go. I tell you what, there you go. There's a quick game for you. Out of all the talent I've announced, what match would you most want to see?
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a tweet or something with everyone announced from Project W, and people can do their own like matchmaking thing.
Cool. Well, another thing that the people want us to talk about right now, and I say the people, it's this person in particular wants us to talk about himself, and that would be Malik. So I'm not going to sit here and talk too much about Malik, but I am, because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third installment of Malik Mysteries.
Dun, 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 Malik.
Yeah, so you weren't around for the last edition.
No, tell me what the Malik mystery was.
Well, so the last time we found out the truth that Malik did indeed grind on a stripper pole with Cassius.
Of course he did, honey.
Story on the first one. But then I also told the second edition of Malik Mysteries, which involved Malik running away from Kip's dog. One time when we stayed at Kip's house, Malik, basically shit himself because he hates dogs.
The heavy shitter.
The heavy shitter. Now, I haven't got the statistics in front of me, but I did put up some polls to find out whether people thought it was true or not. And, like I said, I haven't got the stats here, but off the top of my head, I'm just going to make up some stats. Let's say 99.9% of the people all thought that Malik did indeed run away like a small child from Kip's dog.
Oh, Malik.
What did you think? True or false?
See, he gives away this impression that he's this sort of hard nut, but we know Malik, and I'm going to have to go with running away. He is Malik the heavy shitter, I'm afraid.
I will tell you right now, Connor, insert drum roll when you're ready. Malik did run away from Kip's dog.
Oh, Malik.
Because Malik hates dogs.
We're ruining his reputation. Wait, he hates dogs?
Well, he has a massive phobia of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm reevaluating my friendship with Malik as we speak.
He puts up this pretend thing where he'll, in front of big groups of people, he'll pretend to like dogs. Like I've seen him do it so many times. But then when for example, that same trip when we were up at Kip's, I remember me and Malik went for a walk down to the shops, and someone had tied up I think it was like a Rottweiler or a pit bull or something like outside the shop, and like Malik, all the dog was doing was sat there. It was very calm, And Malik.
What I need to know what type of dog it was. It's the most important thing.
I'm pretty certain it was a pit bull or a Rottweiler. But I think it was I'm pretty certain it was a Rottweiler. But yeah, so he was like petrified and like trying to keep as much distance between him and this big chained up dog as he could. But you know, it's Malik. But anyway, the next edition of Malik Mysteries. So here comes the part where I tell a new Malik story.
I'm excited.
Racking my brain. You know what? I didn't actually come prepared this time. I'm trying to think of something. See if I can put something together on the fly, or maybe dip into my old bank of Malik stories, whether they be true.
There's quite a few Malik stories, let's be honest.
But well, here's the thing: where I'm not prepared, I literally could be making this up as I go along right now. So you never know. Okay. What one are we going for here? Okay, so there was, let's say, an occasion at a wrestling show. I'm going to keep names and things out of it because, you know, we don't want to get in trouble for anything. I don't want to get Malik in trouble, I should say. But yeah, there was this time when we were on a show and we done our match, and that was that. And then we got told that we were going to be needed to do a run-in on a different match on the show. So we ran out to the ring and we did our run-in, and you know, we took a beating as per, and then we rolled out of the ring. And then when we rolled out of the ring, we stayed there for a bit to, you know, obviously sell the moves that we'd been hit with. Now I was lying face up so I could see what was going on around me. However, Malik was face down in the ground, so he couldn't, you know, see what was going on. All of a sudden, two of the wrestlers who we had done the run-in on were brawling toward our direction. So I shifted myself out of the way so that they wouldn't, you know, trample on me or anything. But Malik didn't see him, so he didn't move. Well, one of these wrestlers happened to be a former WWE wrestler. A very well-known WWE wrestler. In fact, I think he was a former WWE champion. And this wrestler, as he walked by us, almost tripped over Malik's legs. So he then proceeded to toe punt Malik as hard as he could up the arsehole.
Oh.
Now, now that's a great story in itself, but it gets a little better.
This needs to be true, right? Yeah.
Malik, like, eyes just suddenly widen, makes eye contact with me, and just mouths, "What fucking prick has done that?" And looks over, sees who it was, goes to stand up to like have a fight with this guy, and I just grabbed Malik by the arm. I'm like, no, let's calm down now. Kept him calm, stopped anything from happening, and yeah, that was pretty much that. And if anything did happen, it would have been aired to a lot of people, because I'm pretty certain that show was actually live on Fight TV at the time.
Oh, so you could actually see the reaction.
Well, you couldn't see Malik's reaction on it, but
no.
And I don't think you could even see the guy do it. But I mean, I never watched it back, so I don't know. But,
hypothetically, if
we
it
were
happened.
we were fairly out of the way if this happened. But yeah, so basically, the long and short of the story is Malik got toe punted up the arse by a former WWE champion. Almost had a legit fight with them in front of a live audience, but Kosta managed to keep him calm as always, and we lived to fight another day. So yeah, that is this podcast's edition of Malik Mysteries. Dun, dun, dun.
So, my opinion on that is, I know Malik, and Malik once he walked me to my car after training because I was dropping a few people.
Hang on, are we getting a bonus Malik story now?
Oh, I can save it actually. I've got loads of Malik stories.
Is this your way of saying that next time you want to be the one to give a Malik mystery story?
You know what, Kosta, it is. Yeah, if you'll allow me, I would like to give them a Malik mystery story next week.
Hijacking my segment.
Can I? Right, so I just want to say, I think your story is true.
Okay, well, I'm not going to.
I think the Malik's mystery is true. Just because Malik's a hothead and you are the pacifist in your relationship, and I can definitely see him doing that. So I personally think that's true. But yeah, next time, if I may, I do have some tales of Malik that I'd like to share with everyone, whether they be true or false.
I will allow it.
Oh, have that.
There you go.
That's basically an audible contract now. So yeah.
No, I'll allow it. You can take the reins next time. And speaking of next time, how often are we going to do this now? We're in lockdown mode, so the people need content.
I don't know how often. I mean, we're doing them once a month, but I can quite easily do them once a week.
Well,
give me something to do.
The plan originally was once a month, but I think the new plan was going to be to try and do them twice a month and do like what we're doing now once a month, and then have an interview once a month as well. But
because so many wrestlers now we can interview that was so busy because they're around, wrestling all around the world and around the country and stuff, and now we can get them. They can lock them down
and has nothing to do. So we'll still do them. So maybe we'll do 2 a month, or potentially we'll have a little chat and we'll work it out. Maybe do more than that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Good.
How long have we been talking for now?
1
hour and a half mark, maybe.
Maybe
something like that. Well, we can wrap up in a second, but before we do, anything else that is happening in the world of lucha or wrestlings that you wanted to touch on?
Well, my glass is empty, so I'm probably going to need to rectify that. But other than that, I don't know. There's no... Oh, I know Lucha Britannia, they've had some good matches put online, I think. Or maybe it was... And London Lucha League, I think. There's some free matches to view online.
Yeah, I mean, go check
on
out
YouTube.
All of the YouTube channels for Lucha Britannia and London Lucha League. There's some great matches on there. Britannia, they're doing one match every Wednesday. I think there'll be a match going up tonight, or if this is Friday now, technically. So there'll be a match that went up on Wednesday. I don't know what it will be. It's a surprise, but we'll see. And yeah, Lucha League have loads of great matches as well. You can go back and watch what's the most recent stuff they've put on. I think Clementine winning the championship is on there.
Clementine's win, yeah. The biggest pop in the Brasgal. Definitely worth watching.
And yeah, you can watch the biggest pop in the Resgal, as well as the biggest sigh of moaning in the Resgal, just by going back and watching my entrance for the triple threat match.
I thought you were going to go somewhere completely different with that, talking about Rascal, but never mind. Yes.
That's a different internet web viewing page.
That's a different podcast we do, and you have to subscribe to that via our OnlyFans link. If you
I was about to say that's an OnlyFans thing.
Cool. I think I'm all done, really.
Yeah, I think we pretty much spoke about everything that we could speak about. In closing, stay safe, everybody. Try not to leave your house unless you really have to, because it's a tough time out there. But we've all got to do what we have to do to get through this.
Yeah, don't want to go all mummy Darcy on everyone, but do try and stay in the best you can. And also, if you get bored, just because we can do these whenever, really. So all you have to do is message something or give us a match. Maybe we'll review a match or something, anything, really.
Actually,
if you're bored.
Connor actually had an idea for us to do watch-alongs, which I'm not sure if I want to do a watch-along as such, but we could maybe look into that. I don't know if that's what people want.
Well, yeah, we could definitely review something, or
potentially
I'm quite keen on that.
We could actually, I wasn't gonna inflate your ego because I know it's so friggin' huge. But,
it's not anymore.
Well, no, it is. You've got a huge ego. So someone, while I was doing one of my live Instagram videos with Malik, somebody said, because during it I said, I'm going to try and get the other Kosta boys on here. Who else would you guys like to see me do live videos with? And somebody did say, I'd like to see you and Darcy Stone do a live Instagram video.
Oh, we could definitely do that. Does that mean I have to shower, though? Because I'm kind of 50-50 if that's the case.
I mean, just do your hair, innit? You don't have to.
Yeah, only have to wear clothes from like the waist up, right?
Yeah, luckily technology isn't that advanced that we can smell through cameras yet, so we're good.
I'll use my old MySpace camera, which is like really, really pixelated.
Jesus.
No, of course, I'd love to do a live video of you if we can arrange that. I'm quite keen.
Yeah,
I could do it as the Ronda Rousey gimmick. That then you were really complete, cause.
Well, I mean, were you really
I was like the linchpin, really, if you consider it.
No, what happened there was we thought it'd be a good idea to have, because Big G was going to come out with us, and then I thought it'd be funnier if someone smaller was actually our security guard instead. And
that was great, wasn't
it? Yeah, you drew the short straw. That's what happened there.
Literally the short straw.
Yeah, there you go. Very clever. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So yeah, everyone, stay healthy, stay indoors, stay hydrated. Is that a thing?
No, you do stay hydrated because people forget to drink water when they're at home.
There you go. Stay hydrated.
And there's loads of workouts you can do online. Like, so many people are giving away free workouts, and just try and keep your morale up and talk to people. That's important.
Yeah.
Keep talking to people.
If you feel like, especially on the weekends, right, and you want to go out and you want to be around your friends, just do what we've done. Live video chats. They help, you know.
It really does help, honestly.
Still with your friends.
You know that project that you've been putting off because you've been working all the time and you think, oh, I really want to do this or try that. Now's your perfect chance. Maybe you wanted to learn an instrument or something, or write a story or whatever. That is brilliant to do.
Or maybe
it'll really keep your brain stimulated.
Or maybe you just really, really have always wanted a Kosta Industries t-shirt, but it's cool because now you can get one. There you go.
Should I do my telephone voice?
What's the website?
You can now get your special, exclusive Kosta Industry t-shirts at onthegear.co.uk. Press 1. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, but you can get them from there.
Excellent. Well, I think that just about does it with all the plugs.
I think we should probably finish on that, yeah.
Yeah, I think finish on that. Finish strong. Connor's going to play us out now with the Lucha music, which I can't hear, but the people will be able to hear, and I wish I could hear because I miss being on shows.
Oh, I know, we should do like a little virtual warm-up or something.
And this is where Don and Sue go out for a pleasant evening.
Oh, I'm going to get it. Right.
Get it.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you later.
Stay safe, everyone.